This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
It's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course, at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. We are live in the Off the Wall Man Cave, Adaptive Performance Center, 2475 North Cook in Helena. We have got a lot of great things going on. Karen and Mitch are going to join us. I've been wanting to do my show from Adaptive Performance Center here in Helena ever since they opened up. It is finally warm enough to do it. But we'll talk more about APC and what they do for our veterans right here in Helena and across the state, really, with the shop in Billings, too. So Karen and Mitch will join us. We've got your Montana Rodeo Roundup, Auto Contest Performance of the Week on the way. The walk-up is presented by No, it's not. It's presented by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams in your budget. You've got milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. They are veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated, and check them out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Well, spent yesterday putting in about 300 new songs on Continental Divide Radio, a place you can check out at jasonwalkershow.com. That's where all of our previous shows are as well, so make sure you stop into there and listen to Continental Divide Radio. That would be very cool. Your Auto Contest Performance of the Week coming up, too, and it's going to be a good one. And we'll update you on the Helena Senators and the State AA Legion Montana-Alberta tournament, which is going on in Missoula. Sends the big game last night against the Scarlets. We'll tell you how that went. If you haven't already heard, they won, and we'll tell you why and how. Spent the weekend at the Disabled American Vets Tournament, golf tournament, 8th year, and they're guessing close to $125,000 this year that will be donated to the DAV, and all that money stays right here in the state of Montana and helps our veterans get to where they need to go for doctor's appointments, helps them with the government. It helps them get their money that's well-deserved. It's just, it was a wonderful, wonderful tournament. I honestly don't know where our team came in. We did not win it this year, first time in a couple years, but had fun with my wife played, and young Sean Sickle Steel played. He's been playing golf for a year. Dude is a stick, and I already signed him up for next year. Like, dude, you got to be on my team next year because he's going to be that much better, and he's already awesome. But it was a lot of fun seeing a lot of the veterans out there, the volunteers, close to 40 of them, and what they do to help out with this tournament, the DAV organization, the people from National DAV were in town. It was a lot of fun, and it was a super, super good time. More on that here in a little bit in the Off the Wall Advertising Man Cave. Speaking of, saw in Bill Roberts' bathrooms, Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide on the Off the Wall advertising and posters in the bathrooms. Love it. Can't wait for more. Let us know if you have seen where you've seen us in Helena, Billings, and Missoula. Okay? That would be awesome. Let us know. We'll be doing our shows tomorrow through the rest of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be at the Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds for the big fair, Stampede, Last Chance Stampede this weekend. Cannot wait for that to get going. Nelly tomorrow night. Who's excited? Nelly tomorrow night. And then the Rodeo Thursday. You got a rodeo and concert. It's like a Broadway 80s deal on Friday. And then Diamond Rio on Saturday night after the rodeo in the exhibition hall. By the way, I believe we will have a pair of tickets to give away tomorrow for that. you'll want to join us. It's going to be a good time. And tomorrow night, we'll be set up before the Nelly concert. We'll be in next to the beer garden. They said, hey, where do you want us to put you? Do you want to be outside? And I'm like, it'll be a little hot, but we could do it. And he goes, actually, Kevin Tenney, he goes, I know where I'll put you. I'll put you in front of the beer garden exhibition hall. I said, done, deal. So that is where we'll be tomorrow. And then Thursday and Friday back in the VIP room. Wayne Brooks will join us. We'll talk to maybe a couple of the Queens. We'll talk with the Barrel Man. We'll talk with our entertainment for the weekend, which is Madison with her trick riding, and looking forward to that. So there you go. Let's see. Helena Senators last night, undefeated semifinal, and they came back to beat the Billings Scarlets. Walker Bennett and go-ahead bases-clearing double in the third inning of Monday night's game. Sens will go back to the state championship for the fourth consecutive year. He got a first-pitch fastball. It's what he said. Came through. And walked off the Scarlets a couple of weeks ago with a home run, but last month he's been struggling with the hamstring. Was hitting .391, though, with runners in scoring position, and he got the job done. So Billings led 3-0, and then the Senators came back to Nolan Berkram started the game with a couple of hits and a double. Finished 4 for 4 with an RBI. But good defense by the Sens and clutch hitting from Walker Bennett. So the Scarlets are going to play today at 4 against 5th seed Missoula in the state semifinals. Helena plays 3rd seed Great Falls at 7 tonight. A win moves Helena right into the championship, where they would have to be beaten twice on Wednesday by either the Scarlets or Mavericks tomorrow. If Helena loses to Great Falls, then Great Falls would play the winner of the Scarlets-Mavs game, and then play the Senators in a one-game, you win it. So Sens would like to win tonight to avoid the potential of playing twice tomorrow. Missoula beat Bozeman 14-5 yesterday, trailed 4-0, and then trailed 5-2, and then came back to roll off 14-5 victory. So that's what's going on at the state tournament for Legion over in Missoula. So we'll update you more tomorrow. Let's go ahead and give out our Auto Contest Performance of the Week. And if you followed us a couple weeks ago with our interviews with the DAV, Chase Natali, Kevin Grantier, Dan McGowan, those guys put on one hell of a show for the golf tournament. The food was great. Lunches, the after-golf dinners, the drink cart girls were fun. Had to say hi to them. We sponsored the drink cart, so pretty cool pictures and pretty good fun, and just great golf played by a lot of people that were there for a good reason. So our Auto Contest Performance of the Week this week is the DAV organization for what they do for our disabled American vets here in the state of Montana. It'll definitely be over $120,000 this year, and this year they'll hit the $500,000 mark in donations since it started 8 years ago. And the tournament is only expanding next year. It's getting bigger, which is going to be awesome. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back to the Adaptive Performance Center here, and when we return, we're going to check in with Karen and Mitch. They are the geniuses behind this. They are wonderful people. Well, one of them's a genius. The other one, he just looks pretty. But we'll talk to them when we return here. The Walk-Up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. They have over 15 floor plans. You can go in with your own, work with them. They'll create a home that's going to last for generations, your dream home, and with the budget that'll make it happen too. Montana Custom Log Homes, yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Back to Adaptive Performance Center next here on the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit. Strength, beauty, grit. Superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Flow rider for you on a Tuesday with some Kesha. I've loved this song forever, and it took me not too long ago to figure out, finally, I was one of those, hey, I was this day old when I found out this song was about a stripper. But you hear it, you spin right around, all down to the ground, throwing my money. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, well. Welcome back. We are at the Adaptive Performance Center. I am Jason. That is Karen. This is Mitch. They are here. Let's turn you a little bit. We don't need to see Mitch as much. That's good. How are you guys doing? You recovered from the weekend?
I think we've recovered fairly well from the weekend. You don't really realize that sitting out there in the heat for that long kind of kicks you in the teeth a little bit.
It does.
It's a little exhausting.
It is.
You guys played golf.
Yes,
I know.
Yes.
We don't get to whine. We just sat at a Plinko board.
Right? Yeah, you just say, hey, here's some balls. Throw them down a board. That's all.
Try 6 at a time. It's exhilarating.
There's a kid, though, that wins every year because,
God.
What's his name, Tucker?
Tucker.
His dad drops the cash, but he wins gun scopes. He wins it all.
So he won 50-50 the first day. He won a Vortex scope.
Yeah.
Then he won car washes, and he won a second one after the car washes. Yeah. And it was
Yeah, he's
lucky. That's right. He got a 2-night hotel stay.
Oh, that's going to come in real handy. Gift certificates don't expire in the state of Montana.
No.
So there you go.
Get a girlfriend. Wait till prom.
Wait.
You get to tell his mom and dad that.
Yeah, really. His
Yeah.
mom is going to shoot you.
Don't use the new scope, though. Here at Adaptive Performance Center, 2475.
2475 North Cook.
2475 North Cook. I can sometimes remember things. It's always a blast to have you guys up here for this tournament. And, I took a tour of this place a couple of months ago, right after you opened, and it is fantastic, and it's only gotten better. Take me through the setup. Take me through what you guys accomplished here in Helena.
Oh.
This is amazing. For those of you who do not know what the Adaptive Performance Center is, we are a nonprofit fitness center. Our mission is to eliminate the veteran suicide rate through the use of physical fitness and recreating community. So as you can see from some of the other camera angles in here, we have a lot of state-of-the-art equipment.
Yes, a lot of stuff that works with you, helps save the joints. It's just amazing equipment. I'm sorry, I just love it.
Yeah. We call it 21st century equipment because it's not designed specifically adaptively or disability, things along those lines. But what it does is it works. What I envision is that they took somebody and wired them up to a computer and had them do a bicep curl and then designed the machine around
the
that.
Bicep curl. Yeah.
Because all of the machines rock to keep your body in proper alignment while you're doing the exercise.
Right.
So it really targets the muscle, so you can work above and below a joint with less torque on the joint. And if you look, our population is all veterans and active military.
Right. Mm-hmm. And how many times, vets come home and stuff like that, they're broken everywhere.
Yep. Well, that's what I love about what ACP does, too, is it's not just the workout. It's you mentally help these veterans as well. And that might be more important than their physical well-being.
It is.
That's kind of one of my big things. I say, work your body, work your mind. Mm-hmm. So you get out here and you're working your body. The mind's also going, and it's working.
Yep.
We create a safe space for veterans to come into. Because it's not open to the public, because it's exclusively veterans and active military, everybody knows what they're walking into. They know they're walking into a facility with like-minded individuals that was their family. In the military, as opposed to any other profession that exists, when you are deployed, you are together 24/7, 365 in that deployment. None of us spend that much time with our family.
No, it's
and
true.
So you spend more time with those individuals, and then when you come home, there's nothing. It's gone. Yep. And as I've said before, if somebody was injured before they come home, they go to a hospital. Mm-hmm. They don't have any of their brothers and sisters around them. And then they get released. Once they reach a percentage of improvement, they get released to go home. Basically, they're told, you're never going to be able to walk again, or you'll never have use of this again. They tell them all of the limitations they're going to have. They don't tell them what's possible.
What they can.
Well, and you know what sticks out with me is a little like American Sniper, Chris Kyle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He went on with 4 or 5 deployments. Mm-hmm. but it was because he had to mentally. And I mean, he was good at what he did. Right. But when he was home, and you could see that in that movie, I thought Clint Eastwood captured it brilliantly with Bradley Cooper, was the mental of just not being with your brothers or your sisters. And it takes a toll.
It does.
Hands down, it does. And we see it a lot of times, even when they just come into the gym for the first time. It's like, you need this. You need us.
Yeah.
Come on. And go sit in the lounge and talk to, a Vietnam vet, Desert Storm, and maybe a current day person, and they all talk the same language.
Yep.
And they know they're back with their brothers and sisters.
Yep. This place, and we've shown a few different camera angles. We haven't even shown, I don't think, 90% of the rooms yet.
I know, right? Right.
So this is the main area. What do we have over on the two rooms over there?
Okay, so in the very back, when you go in that room, in the very back on the left, what you have back there is we have a cardio room. And that room is full. We have treadmills, ellipticals, rowers. We have a Jacob's ladder. We have an alpine runner that'll go up to 30 degrees incline.
I'm good.
Oh, it's brutal. Let me tell you. And then in the other room, as you come up towards us, is our free weight room. So it's dumbbells, things like that. I call it the meathead room.
Exactly.
Bench press, all of that kind of stuff. And then off over our shoulder over here, we have another room. That's our yoga room.
Okay.
And it's got really nice lighting. You can dim the lights. You can do all of that, so you can really create a relaxing environment.
Yeah.
Can we have a massage?
You can get a massage here.
Really?
Yes.
Twice a month.
3 times a month.
3 times a month.
She comes in 3 Wednesdays a month.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
see,
one of
there
the
you
things.
go.
That's one of the things that our members get. So the veterans that are members here, the membership fee is $19.95 a month, but we don't turn anybody away. If that's just it's not even up for discussion. You are a member at APC whether you can pay or not. The $19.95 is there's never more. You can get personal training here. You can get all of our classes that we offer. There's massage offered here. We have an occupational therapist that comes 1 week a month. If people have needs that she can help with, they're available. Wow. We have veteran liaisons, and the liaison position, they can help with literally anything a veteran might be struggling with. If they have kind of a tenuous relationship with the VA,
That's a nice word.
I know, right? Our liaisons will make those phone calls for them. They'll help them fill out that paperwork. They'll help them when they've been transferred to 6 other people and still can't get an appointment made. Right. The liaison will sit on the phone and do that for them until you get to the person we're trying to get to. They can hook them up with veteran service officers to work on disability ratings. We can connect them to people for homelessness, for food, for issues with your vehicle, for if you're looking for a dog. We can connect them with community resources to get all of that. It just becomes so overwhelming to make those phone calls and to go out and do those things. We take care of that.
Yeah. You guys work hand in hand with the DAV, and I love that because you have to help each other out.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And we've said that from the beginning. Is we all work for a common goal.
We have a goal, and that's to help our vets.
Yeah, it's not a competition at all.
No,
whatsoever.
It takes all of us and the things that we offer and how we help each other out that helps our veterans, and that, hands down, is what it's about.
I love the wall of patches here. Take me through some. Where do we get these?
So members can bring in their patches. Some of them are patches that they got. Some of them look a little bit newer. So these would be ones that they ordered and brought in. Some of them are ones that they wore on their uniforms, and they brought them off their uniforms.
My son was part of the big red one in Kansas. I don't see a one of them. I might have to get it.
You might have to get one of those.
Yeah, just put one up here.
I think we've got a big red one in Billings.
We do in Billings.
Okay.
In Billings we do.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. Some different ones. It's a wide variety. We've had people come and so they've collected patches in different places where they've been over the years, and they just will bring in and go, here, which ones would you like to put on the patch wall?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Adaptive Performance Center. I know you don't turn anybody away, but Jason Walker Media, we're taking care of somebody for a year.
Awesome.
That's
Thank
why
you.
your lady brought the receipt. So
Thank
I
you.
wanted to surprise you guys.
Thank
with that
you,
one.
Jason.
Thank you
so much.
It's all for someone that needs it, and we want
Thank you
It's just a
very
start.
much.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
We are behind you guys 100%. You've known that since
Yes.
we first met.
Yep.
How is Billings going? How is Helena going? And I know what APC starting in North Carolina.
So we do. We have Billings, we have Helena, and then you met Mark this weekend. Mr. I'm over there doing leg day and complaining about how much I hate it.
we won't show that.
Well, we can't show that.
You know, he waved at me.
Oh, my God.
Mark.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We can't show that on the camera.
We could have. We could have had it.
We need poses.
So Billings we're at about 770 members in Billings. We're at about 260 members here. We reached our 1,000 mark.
Awesome. What, about a week ago?
About a week and a half ago, we reached that 1,000 mark. So Mark was a member in Billings, and he, had the audacity to move to North Carolina instead of stay in Billings.
I hope she's worth it.
Well, he's marrying her in October.
I'm thinking she must be worth it.
She must be worth it.
Married, bought her a farm. No.
Oh.
They've got cows and chickens and cats.
Now I know where I'm going in North Carolina.
So he came for the month of July to hang out here in Helena and see what a new one is like, because he's already got the experience of the established one in Billings. Mm-hmm. So he gets to see what a new one is like and the evolution of how it happens.
Well, there he is right there. I got to tell you, I told him the story of my heat exhaustion, dehydration from a few weeks ago. So 2 straight days at the golf tournament, that young gentleman right there, bless his heart, brought me Adaptive Performance Center hydration with the water.
Yep.
Take me through that, because that's some good stuff.
That comes from Jeff Galini, EFX. He produces everything in Billings, sells nationwide, probably worldwide now.
Tell him about its Carbolin.
And he's got what you got. It's called Carbolin, and we do it as a pre, during, and post workout. But it gives you that electrolytes and stuff like that, and fuels your body.
Mm-hmm.
It does, and people don't think golf is a workout.
Oh.
It is.
It is.
Okay, these guys. Okay, what?
There was some guys there that look like they've never worked out, but they still golf, and so they're getting some exercise.
Okay, so what? The bell rings at 8:30, and they all head out on the golf course, and running the Plinko board for the last 3 years like we have, it's kind of funny to watch the evolution of the 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
And so Saturday, it's like so much energy, and everybody's like, woohoo! And the golf carts are zipping around and going everywhere.
Yeah.
They've got energy, they're laughing, they're funny. By the end of Saturday, it's a lot quieter, and people are still laughing it up a little bit and going on. Sunday morning.
Sunday rolls around.
Man, those golf carts. So Saturday, golf carts are like little ants going everywhere. Sunday, they're like.
That's why you got to pace yourself.
Here we go.
They should. Some don't.
Because it starts Friday at Lakeside with the tailgate. There was a guy, I saw him on hole 2 or 3 Saturday, and he was already about dead in his golf cart.
Was he still thrown up? Is it the kid who was still throwing up?
He threw up on every hole.
Every hole, yep.
Yep. By the time he got to where the Plinko board was, he went over to that one tree and just laid on the ground. And I think he said it was about 7 holes in before he quit throwing up.
Oh, man,
that's brutal.
That was Saturday. He looked
Yeah.
better yet.
Oh, he looked so much better.
Great on Sunday.
He looked great on Sunday.
He did. All right, so if people want to join, if people want to help out, tell me about it.
So if you are interested in being a volunteer at the Adaptive Performance Center, you're going to come in, you're going to talk to Nate. He's our manager, and he organizes the volunteer schedule. If you are a veteran and you are listening to this, please just come and take a tour. Just come and walk through it and see what it is. We've had a couple people make comments about, belonging somewhere else or doing different things. Just come on in. Take a walk through it and see what you think.
grab a cup of coffee, sit down in the lounge, and talk to your brothers and sisters and see what you think.
That's what I've noticed the few times I've been here is there's always people out here drinking coffee, just hanging out, talking.
Yep.
Just, they may work out that day, they may not.
That is a
right.
bigger component of what we do here than this whole rest of this. That we'll have people make a comment when they come in. They might not tell us the day that they joined, but within the first few weeks, they'll make a comment that says, when I walked in the door, I felt like I was home.
I was going to say that. I heard it earlier today. I don't think it was the exact phrase, but yeah, there's a gym here.
Yeah.
But this feels like a family. It feels like a home.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
Not just a house, it's a home.
Exactly. You see veterans come in, and in Billings and here, we've had veterans come in who, honestly, Jason, have been sitting in their homes for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, talking to their dog, talking to the wall, and they come in and there's just this vacancy, this absence. And over the weeks after they join APC, we get to watch that life come back to their eyes. Oh, that is like the coolest thing in the world.
That is cool. That is.
It really is.
Yeah.
To see them laugh and smile again.
Yep.
And we'll hear that from family members.
Family members will come in and talk to us, say, God, thank you. You've changed my husband's life.
That's awesome.
Before it was like he just talked to me and that was it. Now he's out, he's going to coffee with his buddies or, something like that. It's just amazing.
And it goes back to that mental wellness.
Yes.
And not just the physicality.
Yep.
We have two guys that come here. They're in their 80s. And the one guy had heard about it. And he's like, well, if you go, I'll go. And his buddy's like, well, if you go, I'll go then. And so one of the wives loads them up. They bring their little walkers. They are hysterical. Awesome. They come in here at least 3 days a week.
Yep.
And they come and they they just toddle on in, do their little workout, and then they leave. They are hilarious.
But setting an example.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And in Billings, we have a 96-year-old vet.
Wow.
Yeah. He comes 6 days a week, drives himself, but he wants to keep moving. So he knows this is where it is. Yep. It's awesome.
About a month ago, and this was one of the things he was kind of striving for when he came to APC, he wanted to do the 2 mile on the Heart and Soul Run, and he walked it. He did the 2 mile about a month ago.
I mean, I get in about 7 or 8 miles when I walk on the golf course, but I'm not 96. I mean, kudos to that dude right
for
there.
sure.
So cool.
He is, even motivational to me.
Well, yeah.
It's like, if he can do it, I guess I better be doing it.
Yeah.
He came in a couple weeks ago. He's like, Karen, can you help me with something? And I said, you bet. What can I help you with, John? And he's like, he's got an iPhone in his hand. And he's like, I want to text my daughters. Can you teach me how to text?
Wow.
So we taught him how to voice text.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the only thing he's going to have to remember to do is to stop the microphone, because then it just kept recording the rest of our conversation.
Oh, my goodness. So why did you guys get involved? And I've asked you this, I think, before, but tell me why.
So I was a military spouse for over 20 years, and my former husband was recalled right after 9/11, and he left. He stayed stateside, but then a really good friend of mine, her husband was the 1st Marine unit deployed out of Billings when the war started in 2004. And I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I was in private practice at the time. And when they all came back about a year later, it was really obvious that we were going to have some huge mental health issues as time went by. And so it was like, okay, I put together a program called Family Reintegration and Reunification, got to present it at the Pentagon. It was all cool. But the person that I presented it to got transferred somewhere else, and I'm a little nobody from Billings, Montana. Right. So that all went away. So for the next 12 years, I just sat and watched them throw tons of money studying veteran suicide, but no programming. And then probably 10 years ago or so, I switched careers to physical fitness and started seeing people make more change in their life in 4 or 5 personal training sessions than 10 years sitting on my couch. Oh, yeah. And then Mitch.
And then I was, I coached swimming for 30 years and everything. My father, he was 8 years in the Vietnam era. and I started training just a little before you, I think. Anyway, I was working with a vet and just listening to him and what he was really fighting in the common gym, noise, clanky weights, people not caring or anything, is just frustrating him. And Karen and I sat down and started talking about it.
And Mitch has a little bit of personal experience about how physical fitness can take you out of a dark place.
Yeah, I was in a car accident and ended up with a thing called carry malformation. Got a big slit up the back of my head. But before that, waiting to get into the doctor, I had some pretty good suicide thoughts because it was just driving me crazy. Headaches, vertigo, and I wasn't doing well until I got in, and a friend of mine, in fact, the gentleman that produces...
That makes the Carbolin.
Called me up and said, come on, you need to get to the gym. So I started going to the gym again, and he just kind of brought me out of my funk. Still had bad headaches, still had vertigo, all this, but I was lifting, I was doing things in the gym, and it was helping tremendously, hands down. And I probably wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have jumped in the gym and started lifting.
It's yeah, wow.
There's a direct correlation to moving your body and helping your mind. There is. And you don't have to come in and work out when you first join APC. If you want to just come and sit in the lounge and drink coffee, that's fine. This is very much secondary to so many of the things that happen here. And so it's just that reconnecting them. And we sat and brainstormed about what if they had their very own gym that was just theirs, not open to the public, not Barbie doing selfies and not, Royd Boy doing all of his selfies in the mirror and flexing everywhere and doing the bro gym thing. And so that's what the whole concept came out of, is a safe space. But you also get to work out and get healthy. And we see people do things with their bodies they never thought they could do again.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I trained, in Billings, I trained a single amputee. And
70 years old.
70 years old, and we're lifting away, and he liked to do leg workout. And we got in, kept getting in the hip sled, and one day it's like, I want to do the whole stack, 380 pounds. And I'm like, okay. So I put her on 380, and that guy jumped in there, 12 reps at 380.
Wow.
Like I said, 70 years old. He was an animal. And, well, later that day, or maybe the next day, we were doing some more legs, and I said, hey, Tom, how about we deadlift? Karen about died.
I about had a stroke. I'm like, no.
Hey, we went over and deadlifted, and that man deadlifted.
That's crazy.
And this was somebody who, when he came into the gym, was kind of sullen and sour and withdrawn, and his daughters got him to join. But when he first joined, he didn't even want to work out on the little new step machine, that's the recumbent bike, because he didn't think he could push with his stump.
Oh.
Once he discovered he could do that, he never said no to anything again, ever.
We did anything and everything then.
That is awesome.
It was awesome.
Man. Well, I know you're going to work on my back later.
I am.
I feel so bad saying that. I tweaked it getting out of bed today, I think. I mean,
it's like breaking a tooth when you drink water.
Oh, I know. Or go to hug a dog like I did last year, broke a tooth. and my thumb.
Dude.
Yeah.
Are you so shit?
Oh, dead serious. We were at the rodeo in Darby. I have two stories. One of these is true. They needed an emergency bullfighter. Figured I've ridden bulls, I'll step in. Took a shot, saved the cowboy. Bull's running towards the little kid, saved the little kid. Or there may have been some adult beverages involved. There was a dog named Pendleton who was really cute and fluffy.
And large, I'm guessing.
Not yet. He was still a pup. And I tried to give him a hug and fell face first onto the concrete. So one of those stories is true.
I think I know which one's
I'm
true.
going to say I know one.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, surgery on the thumb. And
Holy cow.
we're good now.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
You know that and
my
the
wife was
dehydration
really
story?
happy, yeah. But, so, I broke my thumb. I had surgery a couple weeks later. I ended up going out to golf towards the end of the year, shot my career low round. When I took my ambulance ride last month, I went out and shot 2 of my best scores ever, and we won a tournament. So,
correlation or not, you know?
Yeah. Maybe.
Or is that how you make up for these things?
That could be, yeah, that could be. Mitch, I do not want to see you in a Speedo.
But why?
Well,
I grew up in a Speedo.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Good in a Speedo.
I know where this is going.
We were talking at the Plinko board the other day about swimmers, shave their bodies or wax their bodies. And so there's kind of a competition, I think, on who has the least amount of body hair. Between you and I.
I think...
Oh, well, hands down, we know who's going to win.
Well, the least amount... okay.
Your legs are hairier than mine, no?
Okay, you want to know something really funny? So he had double knee replacements November, December. He got knee replacements 3 weeks apart. So he gets the knee replacements, and like a month and a half after, like his knees looked like chia pets because all of a sudden there was all this blood flow to his knees. And so you'd look, and you're right, he's really hairy to start with, but you look at those knees, and it was like, wow, that's a lot of hair. It was chia
pet.
You should have just kept that and shaved the rest.
It would have looked like he had little knee pads.
Oh, my God. Help me, people.
Oh, wish we could. Hey, it is so fun to be here, and I'm glad I finally got to come down here.
Oh, yes.
I know you guys are heading back to Billings this week, but you guys are always welcome to stop in.
Awesome.
Anytime you got something going on.
You got it.
They're going to start a podcast. We're going to put it on Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide. So if you want to sponsor that.
That would be amazing.
Awesome.
We would be very grateful for that.
You guys went to the bathrooms. Did you see my signs?
Always off-the-wall signs.
Yes, right there.
I'm sorry, I saw you in more bathrooms this weekend that we were in Helena, not just at the golf tournament.
That's good.
I know. They're all over
Thanks
town.
to Chase and off the wall. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for doing what you do. Thank you's not enough.
Thank you for your
Well,
support.
thank you for your support.
We couldn't do this without the support of the communities. And I mean, I look back at Billings, and for 2 years, we had the concept for about 2 years. It took us a year to find a building, and then we had some battles with the city for about a year. So I know, right? So during that 2-year period of time, the support that still came from our community was
outrageous.
Phenomenal.
It was.
And then we opened in Billings, and then COVID hit 2 weeks later.
Yep.
That was like woohoo. But we did get to stay open because we're classified as a rehabilitation facility. But the support in the last year and a half we've been drumming up in Helena as we've announced that we're coming to Helena. We want to do this. We want to do that. And the networking and the people we've met, this community
is amazing.
Was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think on our open house day here, we had a couple hundred people come through.
Yeah.
That day.
That's awesome.
So we could never do this without the support of the community. And if anybody has ideas that they want to do for fundraisers, things that they want to run past us, Mitch and I will literally present to anyone. There was this cute little, we got a phone call, and it was during COVID. This lady calls me, and she goes, we have this women's group. It's called Women Who Whine. And they each bring $10. They're professional women in the community. They bring $10 and a bottle of wine. They pick a nonprofit. The nonprofit comes and presents. Everybody who brought $10, that goes to the nonprofit, and then the nonprofit leaves, and then they sit and drink their wine.
And wine.
And wine, exactly.
See, I thought you were going to say whoever wines the least gets the money.
Oh, God.
That'd be a long night for
someone.
Right?
For somebody, yeah. Or a good night.
We do. We'll present anywhere to anyone who wants to know
You bet.
about it, and we are so grateful for people spreading the word, because we know with the concentration of veterans that we have in Billings and Helena and throughout Montana,
Oh, yeah.
we know that everybody listening to this show knows a veteran.
Yep.
Right.
Just tell them about
100%.
APC.
They probably know of someone
Yep.
just sitting in their house.
Yep.
Just tell them.
That's
Yep.
the most important thing.
Yep.
Reach out, and then you guys will take care of the rest.
You bet. You get them here, and we'll take care of it.
Perfect. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
The Adaptive Performance Center, 2475 North Cook here in Helena. What's the address in Billings?
1420 Broadwater Avenue.
There you go. All right. We're huge in Billings, too.
I believe
So-
that. I totally believe that.
I mean, I'm not. I'm not Mitch.
Not yet.
No.
You're growing up. You'll get there.
I'm working on it.
La la la.
Anyway,
la.
we'll take a break. We'll come back. This segment brought to you by Rutgers Furniture. When we return, Montana Rodeo Roundup, get you set for the Stampede. We have Nelly tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to give away a pair of Diamond Rio tickets tomorrow at the fair as well.
Nice.
So, unless you guys aren't doing anything Saturday and want to come back out.
No, thanks.
Okay. Well, there you go. So tickets are available. Okay, we'll take a break. Rodeo and the walk-off and On This Day in History coming up. Hang on.
That sounded bad. Today's day 10.
Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Records, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Records Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Soulja Boy tough. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soldier Boy.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
One of the new songs you'll hear on Continental Divide Radio, added yesterday. Maybe that's why my back hurts. I was sitting in the studio chair all day yesterday adding music. We are live in the off-the-wall man cave at Adaptive Performance Center, 2475 North Cook in Helena. Make sure you stop by if you are a veteran, if you know of a veteran that needs a lot of help in a multitude of ways. What do you say? Work your mind, work your body? Is that work your mind, work your body? Work your body, work your mind. So there you go. This segment brought to you by Copper Club Casino, and you can stop in for hot games, warm staff, cold drinks, and we'll load up as soon as I pull this closer so I can reach it. Check out your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark, getting ready, senior pictures, family portraits, whatever you need done, Mark will do it. He will shoot it for you, so stop in to Mark LaRoe Photography. Check out his gallery and much more. Today is the 25th, so let's see here. Over on the Northern Rodeo side of things in Scobie, that's a long little bit of a hike. If it loads up, I'll tell you exactly who won. Bareback, Jet Knight, Parker Mothershead took the saddle bronc. Tanner Terrialt, Townsend boy, took the bull riding. Sterling Lee won the steer wrestling. Ben Air from Glendive, the tie down. Team roping went to David Madison and Mike Forrest. Julie Brown of Helena won the barrels. And Peyton Milanix of Vida, the hometown of Rocky Erickson, won the breakaway in Scobie at the Daniels County Fair. They rodeoed in Havre as well, and winners there include Rowdy Cranston in bareback, Parker Mothershead saddle bronc 2 for 2, Tanner Terrialt 2 for 2 in bull riding. Riley Joyce won the steers. Ben Air 2 for 2 in tie down. Clay and Caden Duran of Box Elder took the team roping. Lindsey Cruz won the barrels, and Kelsey Ferguson took the breakaway. That was in Havre. You also rodeoed in Eureka in the Northern Rodeo over the weekend. And our winners there, Jordan Larson in bareback, Randon Boyce in saddle bronc. Nobody rode a bull. Casey Collins took the steer. Logan Smith tie down. Chad Turner, Gavin Beatty, Helena, won the team roping. Alexis McDonald won the barrels. Bobcat and another Bobcat, Seeley Salmon, split first and second with Megan McGinley in the breakaway in Eureka. Northern Rodeo this week will be in Plentywood on the 28th. That is Friday night. Let's pull up our pro rodeo side of things. And we know we have we got Lewistown this week. And, of course, the Last Chance Stampede. Pull up our circuits here. Lewistown will kick off tomorrow night, run Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, you got breakaway there, and then the Stampede, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night with the breakaway as well. Also rodeoing in Libby at the Kootenai River Stampede, Friday and Saturday. Breakaway there. Also Glendive with the Dawson County Fair and Rodeo with the breakaway on Saturday. So that is the schedule this week for the state of Montana. Got a little behind with the golf tournament, but let's see. Shelby, winners, not there yet. Currently unavailable. Okay. Let's go back to, see, Forsyth says it's still in progress. Here we go. Forsyth. Split first and second. Weston Timberman and Trey Taylor in bareback. Steer wrestling, Kyle Calloway. DeLon Parker, Ryan Zurcher won the team roping. Joe Preby, the saddle bronc. Shea Keller, tie down. Sally Conway barrels, and Quinn Anderson won the bull riding. And again, they'll be in Lewistown, Helena, Glendive, and Libby this weekend in the Montana circuit of the PRCA. So there you go. Throwing that back a little bit. Let's do on this day in history. It is July the 25th, Tuesday, 2023. It is Hot Fudge Sunday Day. It is National Wine and Cheese Day, Merry-Go-Round Day, Thread the Needle Day. It is National Hire a Veteran Day as well. You can hire a veteran every day. Some events in sports history on this date. Let's see. Future Hall of Famer from the Pirates in 1913, Max Carey scored 5 runs, did not get a hit. He had 4 walks and reached on an error. Let's see. Stan Musial hit for the cycle on this date in 1949. Lefty Grove won his 300th and final game this date in 1941. He was 41. On this date in 1956, Roberto Clemente of the Pirates hits baseball's first and only walk-off inside the park grand slam. Roger Maris hit 4 home runs in a doubleheader on this date in 1961. That was a pretty good year for him. Ended up being home runs 37, 38, 39, and 40 in a doubleheader. Let's see. Some all-star game stuff. Pete Rose set the NL record in 1978. His 38th consecutive game would go on to hit in 44. I think that's about it. George Brett hit for the cycle. George Brett, great dude. Fantastic guy. Let's see. I think that's... Lance Armstrong won the first of 7 straight Tour de France titles on this date in 1999, later DQ'd. I think everybody in racing was using at that time. 2012 Summer Olympics began on this date in 2012, obviously. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Any big birthdays on this date in history? No, not really. Walter Payton born on this date, 1954. Who else? Tony Granato, NHLer. Billy Wagner, great pitcher for the Astros and the Mets. He was a closer. So there you go. All right, that'll do it. That will do on this day in history. Let's now do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Make sure you stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And make sure you, if you are a vet or know someone who is and just needs to get back into life a little bit, get them to Adaptive Performance Center, both in Helena or Billings, and let them take care of you. Let the guys, Karen and Mitch, and their crews in both cities, they'll do a fantastic job and make sure that everybody is taken care of both physically and mentally, which is important. Our Auto Contest Performance of the Week, once again, everybody from the DAV. What a fantastic tournament. Can't wait till next year. It's going to be even bigger and better, although I don't know how much more bigger and better it can get. So, well, tomorrow we'll be at the Beer Garden in the exhibit hall. Stop by, enter for a chance to win Diamond Rio tickets, and we'll do that as well. Nelly tomorrow night in concert. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. From the Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds, as we get set for another year of the Last Chance Stampede. Drive safely on your way into town. We'll do it again tomorrow from the fair. Thanks to Karen and Mitch from Adaptive Performance Center for everything they do for our vets. Hopping on today. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com and check us out in the off-the-wall advertising man cave anytime. Also, make sure you stop in to all of our great sponsors. We appreciate you and those who make this show in 50 states, 55 countries, and Continental Divide Radio. Love you, everybody that's listening to that music, too. See you tomorrow right here, Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.